Yeah. Okay. So, hi guys. Once again, this is Tolu Foyeh, and today I'm going to be talking about, well, everything I've been up to, all my personal projects. The idea is I have projects that I work on that I can't share with people, like the work I do with Kugali, with Disney. Sometimes people want to know, they ask me questions and I really can't answer. That's just the nature of the industry. But with this, here I have my own personal projects that I am free to talk about, I'm free to share with you. And I want you guys to be able to follow along here, watch how I do things. When I do things well, you learn from it because it's like, okay, I see how this guy went about this and it worked great for him. However, when I make mistakes, like I did with the live stream yesterday, which I'll talk about in a second, when I make mistakes, you guys also get to see it and learn from it. So it's kind of a win-lose, win-win situation because if I win, you win. If I lose, you win. But the point is, I want to put myself out there a bit more and help people learn from my experiences as much as possible, which is also part of why I try to keep this very professional. I don't put my personal life out there on social media, but when it comes to my professional life, I will share as much as I can, as much as I'm able to without jeopardizing anything, just so that one or two people out there can learn from my process. That being said, if you have any questions for me, put the questions in the chat and I will answer as many of them as I can. You know what? While this VPN is still active, I may as well tweet out this link. Yeah. So, about 7 weeks ago, I think, should be about 7 weeks ago, I launched a micro podcast called Just a Minute with Tolu Foyeh, which is where every single weekday I drop a 1 minute video where I just teach different topics. Hold on, let me just tweet out the link to this live stream. Boom. Oh boy. It looks like I shared the link for people to go live on LinkedIn rather than the link for them to actually join my live stream. I hope that's not what I did. But we'll find out after this live stream. I can't stop now. So, back to the topic. I was talking about how I started a micro podcast, and on that micro podcast, I've been monitoring my statistics, my view stats, and everything. So that's the first thing I want to do today. I want to share the view stats with you guys, and we can all learn together. Like, what did I do well, and what did I not do well? Why do I have good views on some videos and not others? All of that stuff. So, you know what? Without further ado, let me just switch over. So you guys should be seeing my screen right now if you're watching on LinkedIn. And these are the statistics for my micro podcast. Now, if you notice, right off the bat, you can see that the highest number of views is on the very first episode, minute 1, choosing my mailing list service. I had 3,059 views on Instagram, 176 views on LinkedIn, and only 3 views on YouTube, making a total of 3,238 views. And the runner-up is not even close. The runner-up is minute 10, two-factor accident protection, and that had a total of 726 views. Again, most of those views came from Instagram. 708 views on Instagram, 17 on LinkedIn, and only 1 on YouTube. So let's first talk about this. Why do I have so many more views in the first episode? Here's what I suspect. Because I did not do anything special to market that first episode. I did not do anything different from what I've been doing for all the other episodes. And right now I'm 33 episodes in. I did not do anything special in the marketing of the first episode. So what I think is that as soon as that episode went live, LinkedIn sent out a notification to people, maybe people in my LinkedIn network, and said, hey, Tolu Foyeh has posted a video on LinkedIn for the first time ever. Go check it out. So that was a marketing push, but that I did not take part in. But after that initial push, I did not get further, more of that from LinkedIn. So I only got that one spike. After that, every other video I post is just the organic reach. The same thing I suspect happened with Instagram. I suspect that when I posted my first reel on Instagram, I used Instagram Reels for my Just a Minute series. When I posted my first reel, funny enough, Instagram Reels are limited to 1 minute, which really helps force me to keep my videos to 1 minute. When I post the videos on YouTube and LinkedIn, sometimes the videos are a bit longer, 1 minute and 5 seconds, 1 minute and 3 seconds, and YouTube and LinkedIn will let me do that. But when I use Instagram Reels, Instagram truncates my video the moment it gets to the 1 minute mark. So to force myself to keep the video to 1 minute, I have to try my best to stick to the 1 minute mark. Anyway, my point is, when I first posted on Instagram Reels, I suspect Instagram also sent out a notification to people telling them Tolu has posted his very first reel, go and check it out, which is why I had over 3,000 views on that first reel. And from the second and third reels, I average between, let's say, 30 to 100 views per reel. 30 to 100. Only the first episode got over 3,000. Now the runner-up here is minute 10, which has just a bit over 700 views. I have been trying to figure out why. I don't know. For now, I don't know. I don't know what I did differently in minute 10. Was it the time of day I posted? Was it the thumbnail for the video? I don't create custom thumbnails for these videos. I usually just stick with my, whatever default thumbnail comes after the video has been recorded. So I don't know if it's the thumbnail of the video. I don't know if it is the time of day I posted or the day of the week. I post Monday to Friday. So if there was a pattern, if every Friday I get more views, I would have noticed by now. I honestly don't know what it is about minute 10 that made it have over 700 views. All the other videos you see 173, 171, 116, 114, and it goes down 87, 78, 64. So my videos, I usually don't get up to 100 views. The first two videos are outliers, and I figured out why the first one had over 3,000 views. I just haven't figured out the second one. But what does this mean for you? What's the lesson? How can this help you? If you're launching anything, I should have switched backgrounds first. So the lesson for you should be this. If you're launching anything, a blog, a podcast, anything online, the first day, the very first post is super, super, super important. It's going to get much more views than most of the other posts for a while. So try and plan that very first post very well. In my first post in my micro podcast, I was talking about my mailing list service. I was saying, hey guys, I've been looking at options for a mailing list service, and this is the one I have chosen. If I had known that video would have had so many more views than my other videos, I would not have talked about my mailing list service in my first video. I would rather have had a call I would have preferred to have a call to action. If I had known this was going to be my most viewed video, I would have had a call to action, meaning I would tell people, go subscribe to my mailing list, or follow me on LinkedIn because that's the best place to see my videos, or subscribe to my YouTube channel. There would have been a call to action in the very first video if I had known that video would have many more views than all the other videos. So that's a lesson for you, and you can, improve on that in your own whatever you launch. Now, before I leave these statistics, you guys might have noticed that right here there are a lot of empty columns, because here's, like I said, I can divulge as much information as I want to and hold back as much as I want to, because these are my personal projects. Now, I have a personal assistant. It's one of the ways I manage my workload. And for tasks that I feel are research heavy or a bit repetitive and mundane, I assign those to him. He's smart enough to do them properly without supervision once he knows what I'm looking for. So I created the Airtable, this sheet you're looking at with where I keep the records. I decided what records I want to keep. So number of views on LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, the URLs to each of them, the number of comments on each of them, and all of that, and then calculate the total number of comments. Oh, what video is this that has 8 comments? What video is this? This is minute 25, right, the third tenet of my next project. It has 8 comments. Interesting. Okay, that's because there are 6 comments on Instagram. But my point is, I decided what information I wanted to see, and then all my PA does is fill in this sheet with the information. Unfortunately, he cannot see the number of views I have on LinkedIn or Instagram unless he's logged into my account. And since he does not have my login details, he can't see those views. So I have to manually put those figures in here myself. And I have not had the time to fill them in for some of these episodes. So the LinkedIn and Instagram numbers are missing. And because of that, the information you see here is not super accurate. He's able to see the number of views I have on YouTube, because all YouTube videos, once the video is public, you can see the number of views. So he's able to put in the YouTube views for me. And like you can see, I have almost no traffic on YouTube. My highest view count on YouTube is 5 views, and that's minute 24. So that also tells you something, because I already have followership on Instagram and LinkedIn. I have a certain number of views on them, but on YouTube, my YouTube channel started when this micro podcast started, and I only have 6 subscribers and almost no views. So I will ask everybody watching this, please go to YouTube, search for Tolu Foyeh, and let's see. Let me just show you guys the YouTube channel. So I'm navigating to my YouTube channel right now, and if you search for Tolu Foyeh, you could find 2 YouTube channels. One of them is my personal channel, where I just put my private stuff, so you guys don't need to go to that one. That one has an avatar with me wearing a blue shirt and with an eagle on the chest. Forget that one. The one you want to subscribe to is the one that has the avatar with me wearing white, and white and green, so Nigerian coat of arms outfit. And here you get to see all my Just a Minute with Tolu Foyeh videos. This is a micro podcast. There's a playlist for it. I accidentally clicked on a video. So there's a whole playlist you could click on and just binge all the videos right there. So please go to this URL and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Search for Tolu Foyeh and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Now, so we're done with this. We've already spent almost half an hour talking about this. Let me go on to another topic, before I do that, let me just check and see. Hey Steve, I see you're online on Instagram. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and I will get to your question. So but for now I don't have any questions in the chat, so I'm just going to talk about the next thing I want to talk about, which is my latest project, which I call Niche. So yeah, to talk about Niche, let's switch backgrounds up right there. Okay, so what is Niche? Niche is an online community, or let me just say community, because hopefully it's not going to be online always. Niche is a community and a web store. I should stop saying web. Niche is a community and a store. The purpose of Niche is to empower a lifestyle of efficiency. So when I say empower a lifestyle of efficiency, what I'm talking about is, I should put the Niche life behind me now. Boom. Right there, the Niche life. So, yes, and you see it on my shirts too. Let me stand, the Niche life. So yeah, Niche is a community that I thought of because there are certain things I want to share with people. I want people to have a more efficient life. And when I say more efficient life, there are tools and techniques that make certain things easier. They make work easier, they make play easier, and I have a knack for discovering these tools. So what I have noticed is many people don't know about these tools. They've never heard of them, so they don't take advantage of them. And it's something I do all the time. It's not something I started doing because I had a business idea. It's a part of my lifestyle. I am always spending time discovering the best tools out there, discovering whatever can make my workflow easier, make my life easier, and I buy these things for myself. I use them. So I just thought more people would benefit from this if I shared it with people. That's a high-level summary, but I'm going to go into details. So let me talk about the 4 tenets of Niche, first of all. And when I say tenets, you might be wondering, what does it mean? What's a tenet? A tenet is a way, let's call it a way of thinking, a fundamental way of thinking of an organization or a religion. So if you say, okay, you take a certain faith or you take a certain group of people, they have ways they think about certain things. They have things that are important to them and things that guide the way they do things. Those are tenets. So there are 4 basic tenets that came together to form this idea I call Niche. Now, the first one I already talked about just now is discoverability. When you come to Niche, I want you to discover tools and techniques that you did not know about. We will curate these for you. So, like I said, I have a knack for discovering really efficient tools. And let's see. Let me just grab my bunch of keys right here and use this as an example, because this is a good example. Most of us, anywhere we go, there are 2 things that are always with us, almost anywhere we go. So our smartphone and our bunch of keys. Like, you hardly ever go anywhere outside your house without those 2. You usually have your keys on you, you usually have your smartphone on you. Now, we fuss a lot about the kind of smartphone we use. We try to upgrade it, we try to get good phones. But how often do you see people think properly about their bunch of keys and what they do with those bunch of keys and you get what I'm saying. So just as an example, this is my bunch of keys, and here I have a tracker on it. Very basic. It's not something expensive or mind blowing. It's just something most people don't think to do. Another thing is I have a portable power bank on my bunch of keys. So when I say portable power bank, this little thing here can charge my iPhone. You see it has a lightning cable. It can charge my Android phone as well. It has a USB Type-C cable. And it also has micro USB, or what most Nigerians call Android cable, meaning that here's my Bluetooth headphones. I can charge these Bluetooth headphones with the lightning cable portion. The lightning cable, on one end it's lightning cable, but if you reverse it, on the other end it's really micro USB. So just to demonstrate, I plug it in and you see the red lights there. That tells you that my headphones are charging. So what's the point? Thing is, like I said, most people really worry about their smartphones and how to upgrade it, and having a really good smartphone is always an advantage because your phone is always on you. In the same way, your bunch of keys are always on you, but we don't really upgrade them. But because I have this, in an emergency, this is a tiny power bank. It's not going to charge your phone all the way up to full. But in an emergency, I run out of juice, I can charge any device because I always have this power bank on me because it's on my bunch of keys. And I'll just give one more example on the same bunch of keys issue. This is called the Orbit Key Multi-Tool. And it's tiny enough to fit on your bunch of keys, right? I mean, see how small it is. But this is a bottle opener, a screwdriver, both star screwdriver, or what they call outside Nigeria, they call it Phillips head screwdriver. In Nigeria, we call it star screwdriver. Star screwdriver, flat screwdriver. It's a nail file. I never file my nails, by the way. I usually just bite them. But if you use files here, there's a file for you. It's a ruler, kind of. I mean, it's too tiny to be useful as a ruler, if you ask me. But hey, it's on a bunch of keys in case you need one in an emergency. It's a box opener, a pry bar. You can use it to pry a can open or something. So my point is, things like this are things that I am used to discovering. It's something I just do naturally. I discover them, I buy them for myself, I use them, and they just make things much more efficient for me. Here's another example. This is the Nova Gym. Let me take off some of the weights so that I can demonstrate it without actually stressing my body. But this alone, with this one device, I can work out my whole body. So meaning my core, my arms, my back, my chest, my legs. I can do all those exercises with just this. Because so let's say this is obviously chest. But if I wanted to work out my biceps, maybe I would do something like this. And hold up. Let me take off my virtual background for the LinkedIn audience so that they can actually see I'm doing very well. There. Okay, so yeah, I was demonstrating the Nova Gym. And then, let's see, what else? That's arm. Okay, let's say, if you're working on the arm fat under your arms, you could do something like this. And this part lets you walk your legs. You can hook this to a door. You can put this at the top, shut your door on it, and suddenly you have the thing hanging from the ceiling, and you can pull it's very, very useful. So basically, portable gym, a gym that can fit in your backpack, and you can work out your whole body. So those are just a few examples. I have many more. I have an umbrella that is the size of a microphone when it's folded. I have health items, a sponge. I have so many things. I don't want to talk about all of them now because We only have about 23 minutes left for the live stream. But you get my point, right? So the first tenet of niche is to help people discover curated tools. Now the second tenet is to help people access those tools in Nigeria. And when I say access the tools in Nigeria, truth is one big problem. Some people actually know about these things that I've shown off, but they can't buy them because we don't have them in Nigeria. It's very difficult to get them. But if you live outside Nigeria, if you live in the Western world, then this is probably not an issue for you. You can easily just buy these things online or in a store, and so I'm not solving any problem for you. It's not a problem you have in your country, but if you're in Nigeria, you know how difficult it can be to get these items over here, and that's the second tenet of niche. I want to help people access these tools. So after helping people discover the tools, I want to help them access those tools. So yes, that's the second tenet of niche. The third tenet is simple. Suffer head no be virtue. Now, what do I mean when I say suffer head no be virtue? If you're not from Nigeria, you probably don't understand what I just said. That's pidgin English, but all I'm saying is hardship is nothing to brag about. So you know how some people in the US they would call it something like street credibility, but in Nigeria we would say, oh, okay, this one Ajebo, this Ajebota is not tough, or this one is Ajepako is tough. They want to brag about being tough. They want to brag about suffering. My suffering is greater than your suffering. So when you have something, very basic tasks like, pounding yam, they want to be like, this is not legit pounded yam if you didn't physically pound it by yourself with the mortar and pestle. If you used a machine, a yam pounding machine to get your yam pounded, then it's not good pounded yam. They want you to go through the hardship. So to me, that's just like saying, you know what? If you didn't get to a certain place on horseback, then that was not a real journey. Why did you use a car? Why did you use a plane? Why did you not ride a horse like a real man? That's rubbish, really. So I think suffer head no be virtue. Hardship is not something to brag about. Yes, it's good if you can endure hardship, but we only have one life, right? Only one lifetime. Why not live it as best as you can? So that's the thing. I want to help people discover more efficient tools and techniques. And now the fourth and last major tenet behind the niche idea is there's a great tool for every task. This just means that if there's a job that needs to be done, then there's probably already a good tool to get it done. So if there's a problem you're trying to solve, somebody somewhere has probably faced the same problem before and has come up with a solution, has come up with a tool or a technique to get this done easier. So I want to teach that. That's the fourth thing niche will do. We're not just going to find things and curate them and then sell them to you. We're going to teach you how to use them. So I came up with the idea for niche in February this year, and back then when I envisioned it at first, I just pictured a physical store where people can walk in, find all these cool things they had never heard of, did not know about, and can just get demonstrations, okay, what does this do? How does this work? Someone demonstrates it to them. If they like it, they buy it. And then after they buy it, they can still reach out to niche for support. Hey, my camouflage that I got last week doesn't work very well, or how do I do so and so with it? And we give the training. That's how I envisioned it. Unfortunately, I don't have the resources to start out with a physical store, a physical shop. So I am starting out with an online shop only. And while I cannot, without a physical shop, it means I don't have people that will be there to train you and show you how to use the tool. But what I can do is create content online, YouTube videos where we analyze these tools, talk about them, teach you how to use them, how they work, and where they fall short. Because like I said with this multi-tool, the producers or manufacturers, they market this as a ruler. It has the metric ruler and the imperial ruler markings etched on it. But for its size, I think it's too small to be effective as a ruler. So that means even though I am selling it, I'm not going to tell you, hey, this is a great ruler. I'm going to tell you the truth. This is what I think it's good for. This is where I think it falls short. If you think that will be useful to you for the work you need to do, or for the, I don't know, whatever it is you're buying this thing for, then buy it. And that's the idea. So again, the 4 tenets of niche. Number 1, help people discover curated tools. And yes, we will sell them, but not just tools. Also, number 2, help people access those tools in Nigeria. So that's very important. At launch, I will start in Lagos only. Number 3, suffer head no be virtue. Hardship isn't anything to brag about. Find a more efficient way of doing things. And number 4, there's a great tool for every task. So if there's a job that needs to be done, there's probably already a very good way to do it. You just need to discover it. So speaking about these, I was saying that when I launch, I will launch in Lagos only for now, maybe just for the first 1 month. I'm going to launch in early November. My original target was late November, but this is the 23rd. We're already almost done with November, and I'm not quite ready to launch yet. So I will launch in early November. We're almost done with October. I will launch in early November. Now, when I launch, for the first 1 month or so, I will only ship items in Lagos because I need some real life hands-on experience with, what was the word I'm looking for? Real life hands-on experience with logistics before I start shipping to other places in Nigeria. So if you're watching this, if you're in Nigeria, you like this idea, but you're disappointed that I say Lagos only. Lagos only is only for the first maybe 1 or 2 months at best. By December or latest January, I should start shipping to other places. I hope this will not come back to bite me. I hope by like February, I'm not going to still be saying coming soon. But yes, that is the idea. Now, not everything is going to be a physical tool you can buy. There are certain, apps on your phone, or services online. You just go to a website and they offer a certain service, and it may even be free and very useful, but you've not heard about it. So I will also be teaching these things. I will share as much information as I can, and I want niche to be a community. I want other people that have similar ideas, other people that have discovered tools I've not discovered. I want them to discover this platform and come there and also give us their ideas. Hey, have you heard of this? Have you heard of that? Have you heard of so and so technique? For example, it was just last week, this week, because this is Saturday, so we're still in this week. It was just this week that I found out about the Pomodoro technique of time management. That has nothing to do with buying a tool. It's just a technique of time management, and I just learned about it. I have my own techniques which I use, which I've also talked about on my micro podcast. You guys can watch that if you want to. But the idea is, I want niche the reason I've created niche is to empower a lifestyle of efficiency. So whether it's work or play, just help people do things better. Now, so all of that being said, niche should be launching. Oh yeah, let me show you our Instagram page. So instagram.com So yes, for the next couple minutes, I guess I will just be making a few calls to action. So first of all, here, this is our Instagram page, and the handle is niche life underscore. So NIS, two H's, NISHHLIFE underscore niche life. For now, we don't have any posts because we have not launched, but we are launching within the next 2 to 3 weeks, most likely. So follow us on Instagram, and the store is going to be only on Instagram and on our website, niche.life. So you've seen the spelling of niche. So niche.life, not niche.com. That is going to be our web store. And those are the only two places you will find us at launch. I'm not going to spread myself too thin trying to do Facebook and Twitter and everything all at once, because I have a small team for now. By the way, we only have 15 minutes left for the live stream, so please, if you have any questions, put them in the chat on Instagram. Now, as I was saying, please follow the Niche Life on Instagram, because that's Instagram and our websites are the only two places you will find us at launch. Oh, and also on YouTube, because like I said, we will be posting videos to help people learn more about these tools and techniques. So that is my first call to action. My second call to action, please subscribe to my mailing list. Just visit storyteller.tolufoyeh.com and you should see this beautiful website, which kind of doubles as, it's my mailing list, yes, but it also doubles as a blog, because every time I send out a newsletter, you see I only have 14 subscribers right now. Every time I send out a newsletter, not only do people get the emails, but the content of those emails stay on this site just like a blog, so you can come here and read them later, even if you never got the emails. So just put your email in here. Remember, the URL is storyteller.tolufoyeh.com. And yeah, there. So just put your email in there, click subscribe now, and you will be subscribed to my newsletter. I will not spam you. I only send out one email every 3 weeks or so. So, I mean, I launched this 7 weeks ago, and I've only sent out 3 emails. So you're not going to get more than about 2 emails per month on average. So yes, to storyteller.tolufoyeh.com. I already said earlier during this live stream that you should also subscribe to my YouTube channel. So that is my third call to action. So yes, please follow the Niche Life on Instagram and on YouTube. Subscribe to my newsletter at storyteller.tolufoyeh.com and subscribe to my YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel on YouTube. Just search for Tolu Foyeh. Actually, you can find all my other content by just going to tolufoyeh.com and you will see this. So Tolu Foyeh, TOLUFOYEH, tolufoyeh.com. Go to tolufoyeh.com and you get links to all my social media. So, you know, I post my Just a Minute with Tolu Foyeh micro podcast on Instagram, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. My Twitter and Facebook links are here. All my public speaking, so I've been a panelist at quite a few, not quite a few, let's say a small handful. I've been a panelist at a small handful of events and, you know, webinars and whatnot. And you can see them, you see the full YouTube playlist here. So there's that. And how do I close this? I don't know, let me open something else. So on YouTube, you can check out my Just a Minute with Tolu Foyeh micro podcast and just subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can actually subscribe right from here. Like if you go to tolufoyeh.com, see, you put your mouse on there and there's the subscribe button. I don't know how it's come up on mobile, but you can subscribe to the micro podcast. And yeah, you see links to all my other stuff. And from here, you can join the mailing list. If you click this, it's going to take you back to storyteller.tolufoyeh.com for my newsletter. So please do that. And yeah, so are there any questions? Let me check the Instagram chat again. We are running low on time. Okay, so about 10 minutes to go. I'll just keep talking while I wait for questions. So, yeah. Since no questions have come, I've already given my call to actions. What else can I talk about with the time I have left? What do you guys want me to talk about? I think I've actually talked about everything I planned to talk about. So let's see. I've talked about niche and the niche launch. I've talked about my micro podcast. Oh, right. I forgot. Part of this process is you guys are supposed to, I'm bearing myself naked, right? You guys are supposed to be able to see how I succeed and what I did to succeed, and how I failed and what I did to fail in certain instances. So if you've been watching my micro podcast, I believe in episode 12 or so, I talked about Galileo's principle, which just means Galileo's principle talks about poorly designed backup plans. So a backup plan that leads to more ways to fail. In other words, there was a possible way to fail in something before. And in order to avoid this, you created a backup plan. But that backup plan creates even more potential ways to fail. That is Galileo's principle. So there are two things that can lead to that happening. When your backup plan, your backup system, when it is tightly coupled or when it is complex. Yeah. Complexity and tight coupling, if you put both of them together, you can get a very poorly designed backup system. What does this have to do with anything? Yesterday, I live streamed on Instagram and LinkedIn. And the reason I'm doing this live stream today is that yesterday's live stream was a disaster for multiple reasons. Now, one of the reasons is the live stream was meant to be an hour long, but on my iPhone, I have a screen time limit that I set for Instagram so that I can only use Instagram for an hour a day. And this is just to help me with my productivity and self-control. Now, what the side effect of this is that I could not live stream for up to 1 hour, because let's say the timer starts counting from midnight. And I started the live stream at about 10:30 a.m. Nigerian time. Between midnight and 10:30 a.m. Nigerian time, I probably used Instagram for 20 to 30 minutes, just checking a few posts, setting up, getting ready for my live stream. So the timer was already probably at about 30 minutes left by the time I even started the live stream. So after live streaming for about 30 minutes, my phone turned Instagram off. And because I was also live streaming on LinkedIn from my computer, and I'm monitoring the Instagram live stream from my computer, like you can see here, if you're watching on LinkedIn, you can see behind me the Instagram live stream, because I'm sharing my computer screen right now. That is the way I was monitoring the stream. So I noticed when the stream stopped. I noticed when my Instagram live stream stopped yesterday, and I was like, hey, why did the live stream stop? I don't know what went wrong. But even though I didn't know why the live stream stopped, I continued because I felt, okay, at least it's working on LinkedIn. Let me finish on LinkedIn, and later I will check my phone, find out what went wrong. I had already put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that no calls could come in and interrupt the live stream. Nothing could interrupt the live stream. I didn't remember I had the 1 hour time limit on Instagram. So once my phone cut Instagram off at 1 hour, usually if you end a live stream, Instagram gives you the option to save the live stream to your feed so that people can watch it later. They give you the option to save the live stream to Instagram TV, yes, to Instagram TV so that people can watch it later. But because my phone shut off Instagram, Instagram never got the option, the opportunity to ask me that question. Do you want to save this live stream to Instagram TV? So the entire live stream was lost, the whole thing. So that's why I thought, oh, okay, this is terrible. I have to redo it. Also on LinkedIn, even though I live streamed on LinkedIn successfully yesterday, I live streamed for about 45 to 50 minutes. And by the time I was done and I checked the replay on LinkedIn, it had only streamed 14 minutes. I don't know at what point it cut out, but I figured that happened because my network was poor yesterday. So today I made sure to use a much faster connection. And not just that, but I'm using something called Speedify. And Speedify is an app that lets you combine multiple internet sources to just make your speed, your internet speed better. So, and not just that, but it's kind of works similar. You know what? Let me not get into the technical details. The point is, for the reasons I just said, yesterday the live stream was terrible and it was a nice failure, and I learned a few things from it. So for one thing, just my setup is better today for all the reasons I already mentioned. And we only have like 5 minutes left for the live stream, so that's why I'm just summarizing. So if you have any questions, drop them now or forever hold your peace. So again, reiterating my calls to action. Yes, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Tolu Foyeh. Please go visit tolufoyeh.com and you get the links to everything. So the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel is there. The link to subscribe to my mailing list is there, and all the other things I work on, they're all there. So finally, I know most people are watching on Instagram live right now. For some reason, I can't see how many people are watching on LinkedIn, but something I did not do yesterday that I am doing today is recording. So I'm recording directly to my computer, and I will upload the recording to my YouTube channel maybe tomorrow. I'll upload the recording to my YouTube channel so everybody gets a chance to watch it later, even if you couldn't join in live. And no, I think I know what I'll do. I won't upload it to the YouTube channel directly. I'm going to schedule the video on YouTube. So let me look at my calendar for Monday. I need to schedule it for a time when I will be free. And here's the idea. I'm going to schedule the video on YouTube so that the video goes live at a particular time that I will be free to be online. So that while the video is playing, if people have questions, I can answer the questions live. Okay, so looking at my calendar for Monday, I have meetings from noon all the way to 8 p.m. I'm going to schedule the video for 8:30 p.m. on Monday then. 8:30 p.m. So, did I look at the wrong week? I looked at the wrong week. That was last week. So this week, okay, seems this week I'm free by about 8 p.m. So, okay, so if you're watching this, if you missed some of it, if you want to watch the better version online, because like I said, watching on Instagram isn't ideal. You guys can't see some information that people watching on LinkedIn can see. So if you want to watch that video, I will post it on my YouTube channel on Monday, the 25th of October by 8 p.m. Nigerian time. And once the video goes live, I will be online to answer questions in the YouTube chat. So the video is going to play as if it's a live stream, even though it's being pre-recorded, to play as if it's a live stream. And while that is happening, we can have a live chat. So you guys can ask questions in the chat, since I did not get any questions today. And the purpose of this live stream was meant to be a Q&A with Tolu Foyeh thing. So hopefully on Monday I will have questions to answer. And yeah, that's it. So that will be it for this live stream. I think today's one went much better than yesterday's one. And yeah, it's a wrap. So I'm going to stop the live stream on LinkedIn from my computer, stop recording as well, and I'm going to come to this phone in front of me and shut down the Instagram live stream. Thanks guys for joining. See you some other time.